Greetings to all of you internetians. This is Piano Bar Live, where we all connect with live music. The show starts now.
Shine. I was walking down the street, not feeling too fine. I saw two old men with a bottle between them. This is the song I heard them singing. Lord, preserve us and protect us. We've been drinking whiskey for breakfast. Well, I stopped by the steps where they were sitting, and I couldn't believe how drunk they were getting. I said, old man, you've been drinking long. They said, long enough to start singing this song. Lord, preserve us and protect us. We've been drinking whiskey for breakfast. Passed me the bottle, said take a little sip, and it felt so good that I just couldn't quit. So I drank a little more, next thing I knew, there were three of us sitting there singing this tune. Lord, preserve us and protect us. We've been drinking whiskey for breakfast. Well, one by one, everybody in the town heard our ruckus, and they all came down. And city brewing, all the streets were ringing with the sound of the whole town laughing and singing. Lord, preserve us and protect us. We've been drinking whiskey for breakfast. Yes, Lord, preserve us and protect us. We've been drinking whiskey for breakfast.
Hey, Christian.
Hey, Scott, how are you?
I'm doing well. We have, look, Tina Lindsay's giving you the cheer on.
Hi, Tina.
How have you been?
Good. It's great to see you. Thanks for having me.
Good to see you as well. So we go back, I guess about 35, 40 years at this point.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Down on Grove Street. So many things were happening down there. A lot of us would get down to the West Village and partake. The Duplex, Rose's Turn, Marie's, Five Oaks.
Five Oaks,
yeah. And you played all of them.
Yep.
And would stop in. Also, you'd spell the piano player sometimes. You'd come in and just give them a little break. They'd call you up and they'd say, hey, Christian, can you help me out here a little bit? I need a little rest.
Yes.
A little moment to get outside.
I happen to be around.
You were a friend and a player. And then the other thing that you did a lot of was shows. You actually had numerous shows that you did up in the cabaret room at 55 Grove Street, which was the Duplex, and then Rose's Turn. So what were some of the shows that you did up there?
Oh, well, I used to do solo shows. I actually started out in cabaret with Meg Flather. We started out as a singing duo, Leather and Flather, and we did shows for about 5 years. And then I kept doing, I used to musical direct her solo shows. And there were other singers that I did cabaret shows for who are still around, like Sue Matsuki and Jennifer Pace.
And of course, Meg is doing really well. She's keeping herself really busy and continue to perform. So, Christian, you wrote, you've written a lot of original material.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, like of the songs that you've written, I know that you're going to do an original song next for us.
Mm-hmm.
Do you, when you write them, do you find that you prefer to sing them, or are you looking for other artists to
Well,
do
I do
these
enjoy
songs?
singing them myself, but if anybody ever wants to cover a song of mine,
Right,
welcome to it.
So how are they going to get you? What's the best way to reach you?
Well, you can reach me through Facebook, and I actually post sets that I do every Monday for an open mic on Facebook. If anybody wants to see those, you can just friend me on Facebook.
And your open mic is how many? You know, how many people do you bring in with you?
Well, it's not mine. It's run by Claudia Stack, who used to work at Kelli's, where I used to play down on 7th Avenue South.
Another
And
great
we used to
name
play in the
another great name of a place. Kelli's, another great name of another joint.
Yes, that was probably my most steady place that I used to play. And again, Claudia and I used to play in a band together called the Porch Rockers. Now she lives in Lake Havasu, Arizona. And when this whole COVID thing started up, she started up an online open mic. And now it's expanded. It's been going for about a year now. And there are people from all over the U.S. and Canada and even England take part every Monday afternoon.
That's been an amazing thing that's been happening with everything that's going on, us being stuck on these screens, you know?
Yes.
We've met, Tony and I have met so many people. It's a pleasure to have you here with us tonight. I will get to that open mic. It's on a Monday night. That's a good night for me. And with no further ado, man, this is your moment. Let's hear this original tune.
Okay, thanks, Scott. My original is a song that kind of takes me back to my old barroom days. This is called Tonight is Waiting. Calling on the phone. Why are you sitting there alone? I'll wait just long enough for you to shave and shower. But don't delay, it will be dark within the hour. It's time you got out of your head. Don't paint it black, let's paint it red. You could be living life instead of living in the past. The future's coming fast. Tonight is waiting to ignite a tiny spark. Downtown is shining like a beacon in the dark. There has to be another dead and glowing neon light. But tonight ain't gonna wait all night. I close the door and step outside. The streets a roller coaster ride. The music flows out of the cafes and the bars and floats into a sky lit by 1,000 stars. So many people everywhere. The thrill is more than I can bear. Anticipation in the air, and good times flow like wine, like back when they were mine. Tonight is waiting to ignite a tiny spark. Downtown is shining like a beacon in the dark. There has to time. Get back to where you were before. It all became a blur. Remember who you were. Tonight is waiting to ignite a tiny spark. Downtown is shining like a beacon in the dark. There has to be another dance in the glowing neon lights. But tonight ain't gonna wait all night.
Ah, the technology.
Indeed.
Hey, Christian, that's a great tune. I love that lyric.
Thank you, guys.
Downtown is shining like a beacon in the night. And,
that's getting ready music.
In the dark. Downtown is coming back. So have you been downtown at all?
No, well, I live in Pennsylvania now, so I don't really get to New York much.
When do you think you'll be in?
I don't know.
Come in soon.
I'll have to.
It's starting to actually pick up again. And downtown, I've been downtown a couple of times over the last like 2 weeks. And it's interesting what's happening. It seems like people are really following the mask rule. Yet they are dining out on the streets are busy, and they are starting to come into the clubs. I was at the Stonewall, upstairs at the Stonewall. They're all very COVID conscious over there, and Marissa's got a nice setup. So it's time. And when you're ready to come into town, please let me know. That song, when did you write it?
Oh, actually, I wrote that, 10 or 15 years ago.
And it's so perfect for the moment.
Yeah.
You could have written it like, at any time over the last 12 months. And it's just perfect for the moment. So thank you for that. That's an original, which again, we really appreciate those here at Piano Bar Live. So everybody, when you get a Monday night and you can get in there and catch some of the open mic that Christian is doing, that's on Facebook. Again,
right.
Christian.
Open Mic Havasu.
Open Mic Havasu.
Right.
So enjoy the rest of the evening, and thanks for opening the show for us.
Thank you so much for having me. Thanks, guys.
Our pleasure.
Oh, it was great. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon.
Anytime.
Hey, Tony.
Hey, Scott.
It's time for the corner.
It's time for the corner, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, come on, everybody. Let's go to the corner. See you soon, Scott. Hey, what is this corner? Well, for you regulars, you know exactly what it is. It's my time to thank you all for joining us for another Tuesday to connect with live music. It's also the time that I remind you that the reason why you are here to celebrate our 81st show, a large part of that is due to the fact that folks, just like you do in a brick and mortar piano bar, drop whatever they can in the tip bowl. But of course, we're taking this, very 2021, and we have a virtual tip bowl. We make it easy so that you can give 2 ways, either through PayPal or Venmo. We definitely have some stuff that we want to upgrade and to improve your experience, which we like to think is already pretty terrific. And of course, most importantly, it gives us a chance to bring even more talent to you week after week. Again, we're coming back. So these are the folks that are going to be delighting you when you are, as you're, making your way back into the nightlife, whether it's in cabaret, whether it's in the piano bars, or whether it's on the boards. So please, thank you for joining us. Thank you for giving what you can. And something I've enjoyed reminding people of lately is that, you know, in Piano Bar, we connect through live music. And so the conversation is everything. That's why we have our chat feature here. So please make some new friends, say hello to some old friends, and keep the conversation going. We love to see all the things that you have to talk about. And then one more thing while I'm here is I want to let you know that in 2 weeks, I left off the date. Sorry, Scott, but coming up soon, in 2 weeks, I believe it is. He'll correct me, but we are in the works. We're planning our celebration of Chicago for the second time. And look at this cast of characters that we have. So many, we couldn't fit them on one bottom third. These are the wonderful people, many whose names are familiar to you, who will be taking us in one of our kind of cross-country trips where we really get to sort of really visit the local community that makes nightlife shine. So Chicago is coming up. And Scott, fair warning, I'm going to ask you to remind us of that date.
Oh, Tony, that's on Tuesday, May 18th.
Thank you.
We had such a good time the last time that we
sure did.
We got together with the Chicago folk. They are going to be streaming most of it from Drew's on Halstead, which is open. And so the feel of that is you get to actually hear glasses tinkling and the sound of an audience, you know, clapping, but it's at a reduced amount. They're not over, you know, it's spaced and all of that. But what a great time we had, and what a great time we're planning on going back. And thank you, Russ, Golden Boat, for taking care of getting that place up and running again. And who's going to be there but our very own Mr. Michael Mackesy, who started here on Piano Bar Live back in August of 2019. Of course, we started doing this before the pandemic, but when the pandemic hit, everybody started going online, and we've helped everybody that we can to make that move. I'm kind of thrilled about that show. That should be a lot of fun. Tony, the thing that's happening also is that certain places are making advancements and opening up. I actually had the pleasure. I see Aaron Lee Battle is on the
Hey,
thread.
Aaron.
Yeah, and I took the trip. I took a safe trip down to Red Bank, New Jersey, to the Count Basie Theater, and I got to see Smokey Joe's Cafe with Aaron and a great cast. And next week we have Aaron coming on, and he's going to bring 2 or 3 of the cast members so we could talk about their experiences in the theater there and how it went. And you know, I have to say, when I walked in, this is a beautiful theater with a balcony and an orchestra seating and all of that. And they had covered the orchestra with a platform and put tables on it, so it was set up in a nightclub way.
Nice.
And it worked. And then they raised the stage, and they put another 3 feet or so on the stage that was there already to raise it up above the audience a bit. And God knows, I thought it was genius. It's like, there you go. And they didn't have to remove any chairs. And as soon as things go back to, you know, whatever that normal is going to be, all they have to do is take that platform down, and they have the theater back intact. So
theater people are problem solvers.
You know? It's those people that do
will not be stopped.
It's those people that do the sets and the costumes. They are true heroes. So we have somebody coming on now, and she is totally charming, entertaining. I have been watching her during the whole pandemic, and I just saw her do a show the other day, a new show. So she's got another show coming in. But let's bring her on now without any more chat here. This is Marissa Mulder.
Well, it's a very 2020 kind of moment where I think someone is having some connectivity issues. So I'm going to try to guide them while on screen. It's very exciting this way. So if you want to try to pop out, if you can hear me, and just pop back in the way that you came, I'm going to bring Scott back on while I do that. And who knows, we just may have some more love notes to kind of, pass the time, singing your praises. But I'm going to remove you for the moment. And I'm going to bring Scott back on. Hey, Scott.
Hey, Tony. 2021. Live on streaming on these platforms, that stuff happens. So let me know as soon as she's back.
Sure. You remember the days when people were worried about going up or something like that? All of the theater stuff. No. Oh, what if I trip? Oh, what if it's this? It's like, what if my Wi-Fi? We'll bring her back, and she's gonna be great, like she always is. Right. So I kick it to you, Scott. Mm-hmm.
I saw her do a John Prine, show the other night. Mm-hmm. All the music of John Prine, and yes, like the one thing that Marissa knows how to do is she knows how to structure a show. Yeah. And really create something that's packaged that sells. So,
well, she sort of can do everything. I mean, I feel like she was on with Bill Zeffiro, right?
She's been on with Bill Zeffiro,
and what a great little act! The two of them together. She's great solo. She's great with her. She's got great rapport. But I mean, she's a delightful person. So I can't imagine her not having great rapport with just about anybody. But
absolutely. And
well, she's not back yet, so I think that maybe you know what to do, and I'll leave you to your devices.
Let me make an announcement about Marissa. We were going to talk about this when she after she sang, but we're waiting for her to come back right now. So the Ribbon 72 is located on 72nd Street, right across from the Dakota, and Ribbon 72 is opening up with a live music night, but that's not happening yet. But first, what's happening is live music on Mother's Day, which is Sunday, May 9th. And Marissa and John Weber are coming in with her show, I'll Follow the Sun, which is a McCartney and Lennon song fest. It's an amazing show. She's doing 2 sets at 1:30 and 3:30. And then in between, she'll be also bringing in, Great American Songbook, some Broadway. So she'll be doing this event from 1 p.m. until 5 p.m. The sets again are at 1:30 and 3:30. And you should definitely make reservations. It is selling out. The place is set up very nicely, COVID safe. So, Tony, if Marissa is back, and if not, do we have her back on?
Oh, I thought you were going to finish your sentence. If not, we will do what? Because we're in the if not mode.
She's not back on.
She's not back on.
What we're going to do is we're going to move on to our next guest.
Great.
And then come back to Marissa when she comes back.
Works for me.
Okay. So, Tony put me back here to announce and mention our next guest coming on. She is somebody that is very familiar to the audiences in cabaret. She's been performing for years in New York, and she's got one of the first shows opening in a live brick and mortar at the Triad coming up. She's got 2 shows coming up this month. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome. This video is coming on first, and then we're going to chat with Adrienne Haan.
Quelle musique, quel accord du cœur, David joua pour plaire au Seigneur, une musique que tu n'écoutes pas. Le piano chante en do majeur, en roi déchu, David pleure et compose le sublime. travers les murs, les fenêtres, j'étais seule et perdue avant toi. Je me suis battue sans courber le dos, j'ai hissé, porté ton drapeau pour un froid et fragile. Alléluia, 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 Alléluia. Y a-t-il un Dieu qui nous entoure? Je n'ai rien compris à l'amour. S'agit-il de détruire et puis d'oublier? Chaque nuit est un nouveau naufrage, les larmes qui brûlent sur ton visage. Je t'aime et je t'oublie. Alléluia, 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 Alléluia,
Hi, Adrienne.
Hi, Scott. How are you?
What a fantastic rendition of Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah. It's like really amazing. Where was that done, if you don't mind? Where was that recorded?
Recorded in Germany last year when we were, doing some videos to cheer people up during the pandemic. And
Right.
We did a multilingual thing, and this was the French video clip that we did.
And you have your experiences have been basically because of what you have to offer, which is 10 different languages and so much music in all of those different languages, right? You traveled all over. You've been traveling all over the world prior to the pandemic.
That's correct, yes.
And I'm hoping that you have plans to get out of town soon. But while you're here, you have some shows coming up at the Triad.
Yeah, I'm very thrilled to be back on the Triad stage. That has been my home stage for many, many years. I'm basically artist in resident there, and I'm thrilled to be back in May with 2 different shows. I have 4 dates there, and one of them is the French show, which is an all-time favorite to New York audiences, my Cabaret Français, that is actually premiering on Saturday, May the 8th at 2 p.m. And I'm dedicating this performance to my dear friend, the late New York theater critic, William Wolfe, who had really contributed to my career all those years. And I'm very grateful to him for what he's done. And yeah, I'm very sad. I was very sad to hear about his passing last year.
Yes, he was definitely a very supportive person and actually gave people ink, as they would say, in paper and quotes. And he had you the first lady of cabaret.
That's what he said, yeah.
Yeah, that's a high compliment.
Yeah.
So that is your Cabaret Français show. That's the French show. And then the second show later in the month that you're doing is Till the End of Time. Can you tell me a little bit about what that show is?
It's a tribute to the Great American Songbook. So I have the French and the American show at the Triad, on the 8th and the 12th of May at 7 p.m. and then the American Songbook Show on May 22nd at 2 o'clock and on May 26th at 7 o'clock.
And of course, the room is probably being has some limitation onto the seating, so we highly recommend people make reservations for the Triad for these shows. Peter Martin has always done a remarkable job of keeping that space as such a wonderful home for performers such as you. And I'm sure all the precautions are in place. Have you been to the Triad yet?
Oh yeah, I've seen all my friends there, and I also I was like literally watching Jean-Pierre Perrault doing some renovation on the sound system, and doing all the paint, and so the place looks nice. It's been cleaned up, great sound and lights. Everything is back in place. And for the first two shows, we do have all the COVID measures, safety measures in place. But I do think that up from the 19th of May, we are allowed a larger audience by law. So I think that for the second show, I'll have more people in, which would be great.
It's all good as long as everybody is following the rules that are sent down. Sometimes the rules are a little confusing, but we all have to take our individual responsibilities seriously at the moment. And it's a thrill to have live music coming back into the rooms.
Yeah, so, especially since, I think we're pretty much one of the only shows inside. Like there are a few others who are doing shows now, and I'm thrilled that I'm one of them. And, we've all been vaccinated. The whole staff has been vaccinated. So, we're making this really like a really nice and safe environment. And there's lots of space. I mean, people can actually enjoy more space now, and, they're not cramped in like they usually are.
Yeah, no, actually, that is appreciated. I've enjoyed that a couple of times when I've gone out. So of course, what you do is so special, and it, of course, is the history. It's all about the history of the music. Obviously, cabaret, Paris in the late 1800s, and then in Berlin in the 20s, during the Weimar Republic, so much cabaret created, which was the way to sing, the way to talk, the way to challenge things that were happening, very political.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of the things that we don't have a whole lot of in cabaret now. And I appreciate the fact that you bring that music and make it alive again. And I know that you have a social consciousness that you're going to address, and it's a little commentary of what's happening in the world, especially when you're, we have things to say. Many of the same things that were said when this original music started back at that time. So of all of the shows that you've done, and I know that you have a bunch of different shows that you travel with, when you come to New York, what do you find that is the French show, Cabaret Francais, is that the show that the New Yorkers really like go to and want to?
Yeah, I would say that American audiences, and especially here in New York or other big cities, Chicago and Los Angeles, they really love the French cabaret. And they also love the Weimar Berlin cabarets, 1920s Weimar music, more so than, if I sing American Songbook or Broadway stuff. But, so to me, it's all great music. It's all old music. I like to combine a great entertainment with aspiration, where, the Weimar Republic music, of course, at some stage was very political. And I think it's, what I do on stage as well. And I draw the line to today's situation sometimes. And, the French cabaret is really, it's not as, I would say, intellectual, but it's still, it gives the nice overview over the composers and why I chose the songs and why I make them myself. And I combine that with more contemporary French chansons, or lesser known songs by Kurt Weill, who also, composed French music. So I'm combining all that, the Piaf with the Aznavour and the Jacques Brel with Kurt Weill and Walter Jurman and Isabelle Boulay, who is a French-Canadian contemporary pop singer, and Patricia Cass, who's like the biggest star in France still, you know, all this years since the 1980s. And I like to combine all that in one show.
All those things that us New Yorkers really do enjoy, as you know. So
yeah, come to the Triad, everyone.
Everybody come
also gathering new audiences.
Now the Triad probably is selling tickets through their website, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's Triad nyc.com, and yeah, I think that's the easiest way to get tickets. It's also, of course, listed on my website, adriennehaan.com. You can see the ticket links there. And 2 of the shows are live streamed via Metropolitan Zoom for the international audience or whoever doesn't want to come to the theater. So, you know, Bernie Freshpan is basically presenting it via Metropolitan Zoom, the 2 o'clock shows on the 8th and the 22nd. So you can also get tickets via Metropolitan Zoom or via my website.
That's a wonderful add to what you're doing.
Yeah,
because you know what you're doing is worldwide. So
yeah,
are you starting to get your bookings together for the end of 2021 and the beginning of 2022?
Yeah, I am very, very lucky. You know, I have a very full schedule up from May. I'm going to Germany, Luxembourg, to Paraguay, to Chicago. I have really, until the end of the year, I have lots and lots of bookings and even more coming in now. So I'm very grateful, and hopefully we can do this because the Europeans are not as far in the vaccination process. So at the moment, Europe, everything but in Luxembourg, still under lockdown, you know. So we'll see how that develops.
And you're originally, you were born in Luxembourg, right?
Yeah, I'm a Luxembourg German, or a German Luxembourger. I have both nationalities, and you know, Luxembourg being the very small country, but still there, you know, open culture is open there. They never had a lockdown, luckily, but in France and in Germany, it's still bad. So they're not opening.
Okay. I also appreciate the fact that you sing in Hebrew.
Yeah, I sing in Hebrew and in Yiddish and in Turkish, but yeah, Yiddish and Hebrew also works well in New York.
What an incredible wealth of performance you bring, because these languages, I mean, you know, certainly Yiddish is, I mean, anything that you sing in Yiddish is going to benefit it to keep it alive, right?
Yeah, because unfortunately, Yiddish is more or less, you know, a language that is really mainly spoken by very, you know, ultra-Orthodox Jews, and very, you know, just a few seculars are keeping the language alive, but it's not really around much.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
That we don't speak it here in New York as much as we have certain Yiddish words.
Yeah, of course. Like schlepping the stuff around and
schlepping. So listen, thank you so much for joining us. And
yeah, thanks for having me.
Remember, if you want to find out more about the show, go to the Triad website. It's 2 different shows, so take your pick or go to both. And if you can't make it, you can actually catch those early shows on the Metropolitan Zoom. So thank you, Bernie Freshpan, for putting that together, and Peter Martin for keeping the Triad always, you know, going and rolling. And performance is so important, and we appreciate that you've dedicated your space to that. So enjoy the rest of your night.
Thank you.
And we will see you soon.
Definitely. Thank you again.
Bye now.
Oh.
Hi, Tony.
Hello.
Are you there?
Look up. I'm right here.
Oh, there you are. So, Tony, I love her. She's just, there's so much, there's class and etiquette involved in what she does. Mm-hmm. Just by the nature of the material. But it's, you know, she handles it. I've seen her over the years so well. Well worth getting to the Triad. So have we
absolutely.
got Marissa back online?
We do.
We do. All right. So I'm going to introduce Marissa again. But we don't have to talk about her show at Ribbon 72 because we did already. But
we covered all that, Marissa.
We covered all of that.
We did it all. Yeah.
An amazing singer. Absolutely been a joy over the last year for all that she has done. You know, like streaming, you know, with John Weber, you know, with our friend that you mentioned earlier, Tony, that now I'm having that senior moment.
Bill Zephyro.
Bill Zephyro. Yeah, that was, losing her was like a Bill Zephyro moment. But you and I know what that means. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to Piano Bar Live, Marissa Mulder.
Words are flowing out like endless rain into a paper cup. They slither wildly as they slip away across the universe. Pools of sorrow, waves of joy are drifting through my opened mind, possessing and caressing me. Jai Guru Deva Om. Nothing's gonna change my world. 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 Images of broken light which dance before me like a million eyes. They call me on and on across the universe. Thoughts meander like a restless wind inside a letterbox. They tumble blindly as they make their way across the universe. Jai Guru Deva Om. Nothing's gonna change my world. 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 Sounds of laughter, shades of life are ringing through my opened ears, inciting and inviting me. Limitless, undying love which shines around me like a million suns. It calls me on and on across the universe. Jai Guru Deva Om. Nothing's gonna change my world. 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 Jai Guru Deva Jai Guru Deva Jai Guru Deva. Oh, thank you. Oh, oops. Okay, I think I'm going right into my next song. Wait, I'll just. Sorry. Okay.
Not at all.
I'm back and I'm just so excited to be here, and I'm so sorry about my little flub before. Thank you, Scott. Hope to see you all at Ribbon 72. Thank you so much, David. And I just have one more song, and I just want to quickly say it is by John Prine. I just did a John Prine show with John Weber, who sent me both of these tracks. But we'll be doing some Beatles Sunday, and we just did a John Prine show. So here is one of John Prine's most famous shows, and I will do that in just a second. Oh, okay. Great. And I am an old woman named after my mother. My old man is another child that's grown old. If dreams were lightning and thunder was desire, this old house would have burned down a long time ago. Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to believe in this living is just a hard way to go. When I was a young girl, well, I had me a cowboy. He warn't much to look at, just a free rambling man. But that was a long time, and lately I find the years just flow by like a broken down dam. Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to believe in this living is just a hard way to go. There's flies in the kitchen, I can hear 'em there buzzing, and I ain't done nothing since I woke up today. How the hell can a person go to work in the morning and come home in the evening and have nothing to say? Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to believe in this living is just a hard way to go. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go.
Hey, Marissa.
Hey.
So
Hey,
it was,
Scott. Sorry
it was
about
well
that.
worth. Oh, it's okay. It was well worth waiting for, of course. I don't have. We've already gone over the information we gave. We told everybody about the show. I can't tell you how
Awesome.
thrilled I am to be able to have a day to look forward to where I can go out and hear some live music. And I'll be there on Sunday with you.
I'm
And
so excited. I can't wait. Thank you, Scott. Thank
you're
you.
welcome.
Sorry to everybody out there.
That's all good. So listen, folks, it's important to support live venues as they're opening again.
Yes.
Again,
Yes.
I can guarantee you the Ribbon is in very good shape. They stayed open during the entire pandemic for pickup and delivery, and then have reopened, and they have an outside, and all the precautions are in place. So if you have no plans yet for this Sunday, and you have, mom you want to take her somewhere special, get a reservation at Ribbon 72. Come and see Marissa and John Weber. They'll be there from 1 to 5. And again, the sets of I'll Follow the Sun are at 1:30 and 3:30. So, Marissa, I love you so much. I have to tell you, you make it for me. And just, the fact is that we did work together, remember, for 3 days?
I do. And I was like just as bad of a waitress as I am with my internet, obviously.
You need a technician working with you, that's all.
Internet happens.
We'll have one there for you.
This is what we're living with,
We'll have one there for you Sunday.
Oh, thank God.
All right. All right. So listen, enjoy the rest of the night.
You too.
Thank you, Marissa. It's great to see you again.
Great seeing you.
Have a great time Sunday.
Thank you.
Tony.
Yeah.
So we have a mystery guest tonight, a last-minute mystery guest.
Yes.
Somebody that got in touch with me earlier today, and I had already noticed that she had a show coming up, and I was already scheduled to put a plug about it because she's been on Piano Bar Live before, and she's a Piano Bar Live family member, right? So we do that. We let people know about shows. So she said she would stop by tonight to chat real quick and to tell us about the show. So let's bring her on. It's Kelli Rabke is here with us tonight.
Hi,
on Mystery Guest. Hi, Kelli.
Hi.
Pleasure to have you here.
Thank you so much for having me. This was such a nice last minute surprise.
Well, the nice thing about being in our homes a lot and doing all this online is, those last minute things, they can work.
Yeah, luckily I fit it in between my son's lacrosse game, my daughter's practice, dinner. It all worked.
Excellent. And so,
thank you for that.
And so you're still working. You were at Piano Bar Live, actually, when we were still in Brandy's.
Remember that?
Michael, with Matt.
Seems like a lifetime ago, but
it was a while back. But you have a show coming up this week.
we do. So it is at the Mayo Performing Arts Center, which is in Morristown, New Jersey. It's a beautiful, huge 1,300 seat performing arts center. Under normal circumstances, this is one, I guess you can call it a silver lining of COVID. They're only allowed to sell 150 seats. So it's kind of like having a sold out cabaret show, but the benefit of this beautiful, proscenium theater with great sound, lots of space. So we have a full band with lots of recognizable names like Sean Harkness on guitar, Dan Gross on drums, Jerry DeVore on bass, backup vocals, my other half on piano, John Fisher. And yeah, we're really excited about it. So the show is called Tiny Giants. And there it is. You're good. And the concept is this is where it came from. It occurred to me that so many of the biggest female voices throughout the years have come from the smallest women. And they happen to be 5 feet tall, 5 feet and a half inches. So I decided I had authority to speak on the subject.
Yes, you do.
I was digging around and just came up with the most incredible list of we call them our petite powerhouses, and it goes all the way from Judy Garland, Edith Piaf, so from 1947 all the way up through 2018 with Lady Gaga, and so many in between with Dolly Parton.
Fantastic!
Yeah, I won't give them all away. You'll have to. You guys
I want to think of all your favorite petite female singers.
And some of them are a surprise. I mean, when I was doing my research, I was surprised by some of them and thrilled that they were on the list for me because my cutoff is 5'2". Everybody's got to be 5'2" or under.
Okay. So the best part of this too is that it's on a full stage. So you're going to, and I happen to know that you will fill that stage with those guys, and so
we will.
Yeah, you guys, if you haven't. Now, again, where is the theater located and how do you get tickets?
Yes, it's in Morristown, New Jersey. It is, we have 2 shows, 2 live in-person shows, 3 p.m. this Saturday and 7:30 p.m. And then the 7:30 is also going to be live streamed. So if you can't make it out to Morristown, New Jersey, you can tune in with us anyway at 7:30 p.m.
I love the fact that everybody is continuing to keep the live streaming aspect in place. It's just, makes sense, so that people that can't make it there, they're going to know they want to get there, though, after they see how wonderful the space is looking all. So we're getting to show the whole world what we have and where we're working, which is kind of, it's a big plus.
Oh, it's wonderful, especially, for those of us that we have friends and family out of town. John's from Arkansas, so his whole family can tune in from Arkansas. It's really, it is a great added bonus to have the live stream too. But of course, the biggest plus in this case is that there's going to be real live human beings out there.
The sound of real people in the audience.
Yes.
It's a nice feel.
How exciting.
So enjoy it. Thank you so much for popping in to say hello.
Thank you.
And I will look for that stream. I'm going to have to schedule all my streaming watches this week.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
It's a lot happening.
Exciting.
Exactly. Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of the night.
Great to see you. Have a great time.
Thank you.
And thanks for stopping by. Oh, it's so great to hear about people. Yeah, well, of course. Good. And then just to hear people, this has been great. It will continue to be great connecting people virtually. But boy, these are creatures of live performance. So having flesh and blood out there to warm their hearts and their performances is going to be great. I'm so happy.
I'm going to turn it back to you to introduce our next guest.
Oh, sure. Well, I'll be happy to. I'll give you a break for a second there, too.
Thank you.
Hey, everybody. So I am delighted it's always a very special thing when I know that I'm introducing someone brand new to the Piano Bar Live audiences. And this person I have only known a little over a month, and we've actually developed a relationship that feels very 2020, very 2021. You might know what I'm driving at, but we'll get there after we get to hear her sing a little bit. So I'm just a huge fan already of her talent, of her work ethic, and of course her spirit. So everyone, Piano Bar Live family, please join me in giving a warm welcome to Alexis Aguiar.
Thank you. I'll be performing Brief from In the Heights. Street, I smile, the faces I've known all my life, they regard me with pride. Well, actually, I will take that again because I came in a little bit early. I'll take it again. This is my street. I smile at the faces I've known all my life. They regard me with pride, and everyone's sweet. They say you're going places. So how can I say that while I was away, I had so much to hide? Hey guys, it's me. The biggest disappointment, you know. The kid who couldn't hack it, she's back, and she's walking real slow. Welcome home. Just breathe. Just breathe. As the radio plays on forgotten boleros, I think of the days when the city was mine. I remember the phrase, ay te adoro, te quiero. The neighborhood waved and said, Nina, be brave and you're gonna be fine. Maybe it's me, but it all seems like lifetimes ago. So what do I say to these faces that I used to know? Hey, I'm home. okay. They're not worried about me. They are all counting on me to succeed. I am the one who made it out, the one who always made the grade. But maybe I should have just stayed home. When I was a child, I stayed wide awake, climbed to the highest place on every fire escape, restless to climb. I got every scholarship, saved every dollar, the first to go to college. How do I tell them why I'm going back home with my eyes on the horizon? Just me and the GWB, asking G, Nina, what'll you be? Straighten the spine, smile for the neighbors. Everything's fine, everything's cool. The standard reply, lots of tests, lots of papers. Smile, wave goodbye, and pray to the sky. Oh God, and what will my parents say? Can I go in there and say, I know that I'm letting you down? Just breathe. Thank you. I'd like to give a shout out before I switch to my next song, Brian Criado, thank you, who made this backing tracks in 2 days. So I just want to give him a shout out. He's a music producer student at CCNY. So I just want to give him a shout out. The next song I'll be singing is When He Sees Me from Waitress. I stick with real things, usually facts and figures. When information's in its place, I minimize the guessing game. Guess what? I don't like guessing games. Oh, when I feel things before I know the feelings. How am I supposed to operate if I'm just tossed around by fate? Like on an unexpected date with a stranger whom I talk too fast, or ask me questions about myself before I've decided that he can ask me questions about myself. He might sit too close, or call the waiter by his first name, or eat Oreos, but eat the cookie before the cream. But what scares me the most, is what if when he sees me, what if he doesn't like it, what if he runs the other way and I can't hide from it? What happens then if when he holds me, his heart is set in motion, I'm not prepared for that, I'm scared of breaking open. I couldn't live with that. So I'm just fine inside my shell-shaped mind. This way I get the best view, so that when he sees me, I want him to. I'm not defensive, I'm simply being cautious. I can't risk reckless dating due to my miscalculating while a certain suitor stands in line. I've seen in movies, most made for television. You cannot be too careful when it comes to sharing your life. I could end up a miserable wife. Sorry girls, but he could be criminal. Some sort of psychopath who escaped from an institution somewhere where they don't have girls. He could have masterminded some way to find me. He could be colorblind. How untrustworthy is that? He could be less than kind. Or even worse, he could be very nice, have lovely eyes, make me laugh, come out of hiding. I do with it? Oh God, what if when he sees me, I like him and he knows it? What if he opens up a door and I can't close it? What happens then if when he holds me, my heart is set in motion? I'm not prepared for that. I'm scared of breaking open, but still I can't help from hoping to find someone to talk to who likes the way I am. Someone who, when he sees me, wants to again.
Well, hello.
Hello.
Let's get you into speaking mode.
Oh, yes.
And you've got lots of love notes coming in there. So here's another one for you.
Thank you.
And I am happy to welcome you to the Piano Bar Live family. Now, full disclosure, it's not really official until I bring Scott on, but we're just going to chat briefly for a few minutes. So it's nice to hang out for a second because I'll get to it in a second, but we have a kind of a unique relationship. But tell me a little bit about you. You're a student, yes?
Yes, I am.
Finishing up your...
My senior year at the Queen's School of Inquiry, high school.
And how has that been the last year and a half?
That has been really strange. Everything has been put online. So I've been taking a lot of online theater for a very, very long time. So I'm very used to the Zoom, the green screens, all of it. I've done so many pre-recorded performances. I forgot what it's like to do it live.
Well, we're going to work on that. We're going to work on that and, as a country and as a city and all of that. But yes, you already jumped to sort of the next thing. You are working on your academics, but you're also working on your craft. So where you want to tell the folks watching where you're studying?
Do you mean like next year or do you mean currently?
Currently.
So I'm working with the Moss. We are currently doing a benefit in a week to celebrate Rosetta Lenoir. That's my portion that I'm doing that I worked with Tony on. And also I've been just doing things in my theater track. I'm on track to get my theater arts endorsed diploma. So in June, so that's what I'm finishing up. And I believe I will most likely try to do some theater program in the summer if I can. And that should be it. Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's a lot of that. Most of that's been with the Amos Musical Theater Academy, correct?
Yes.
Well, they've been doing their job quite nicely, so it seems. And it's been really delightful. What I've been hinting at all this time is that Alexis and I worked on a capture. You know, for those of you in the biz, you know what that is. I mean, folks basically self-taping and we're putting something together. Right. And the good news, Alexis, is that from what I see, it's delightful. And boy, I could see in all those takes your work ethic and obviously your talent. And I really think you're going to be wonderfully surprised. And just folks, so you know, we are here talking about the Amos benefit. As a matter of fact, I have a little bottom third to talk about it here. It is going to be next Monday. It's called Amos You Love, a virtual heart-to-heart celebration. And it is virtual, like all things are. You can get information at amosmusical.org, but it's going to be a fantastic evening. As Alexis mentioned, 2 new pieces, one of which she is featured in, the one that is actually a brand new tribute to the wonderful Rosetta Lenoir. And Justina Machado is our host, and Lilias White is getting the Rosie Award this year. So it's going to be a wonderful jam-packed hour, and we hope that you will join. And so go to amosmusical.org to find out all about it and get your tickets. Anything else before I let's just bring Scott on. It is time for you to be fully welcomed to the family.
Hi,
Hi, Scott.
Alexis.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. And that was beautifully executed. It was a
Thank you.
pleasure to meet you. It's great to see somebody at your age making those moves that you need to grab the business and get your voice out there and your talent out there. So it's been a pleasure to have you on Piano Bar Live. You are now a family member, and as soon as the piano bars are really kicking, I hope you'll consider coming out and treating some of the folks out there to what it is that you do so well.
Hopefully I'll be of age.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we will let you. I think we can get you in if you come with me. But you're going to have a Coca-Cola. Okay.
Of course.
Drinking is still 21 in New York.
Of course.
So, but Tony, thanks for bringing on Alexis tonight, and folks, that show, great show coming up. And
Absolutely.
then Lily is White. I mean, that's a pretty good. That's a good hook, huh?
Absolutely. Yeah, she is the real deal.
She sure is. So, okay, Tony. So I think we're good, and you'll put it up on the side also, so there'll be a link.
Absolutely. So
Alexis?
yes, catch Alexis and the gang next Monday. And thank you so much for joining us, Alexis.
Thanks for
it's a
coming
pleasure.
Thank you. Bye
Thanks
bye,
for
everyone.
hanging out.
Bye now.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Well, that was fun. I always like to get the youngins in here because it's a tradition.
It
What
really
we do is a
important.
tradition.
And we have David Mayoko on the thread tonight.
Speaking of the real deal.
And by the way, he has a show also on Mother's Day that he's doing. His Liberace is, it's spot on.
Moms love Liberace. That's what they tell me.
They sure do. And so, David, throw that on the thread also, so people know how they can see your show coming up on Sunday. Again, it's going to be a busy week ahead.
It really is.
Very
it's exciting.
busy. So we have somebody new coming on tonight, Tony.
Yes, we do.
I will just say that he's doing a song that we've all heard it many times. It's a well-known standard, but he's done a really good job of making it his own. And so, that's the most important thing. It's a very timely song. It's perfect for where we are in the world. So we're going to right now welcome Terron Brooks.
The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Just thinking about tomorrow clears away the cobwebs and the sorrow till there's none. When I'm stuck with a day that's gray and lonely, I just stick up my chin and grin and say the sun will come out tomorrow. Gotta hang on until tomorrow. Yes, the sun will come out tomorrow. Come good night, I love you tomorrow. The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar it's gray and lonely. I stick up my chin, oh, I grin, and I say, oh, oh, the sun will come out tomorrow. Gonna hang on until tomorrow. Yes, the sun will come out tomorrow. Come what may, I love you. Come what may, I love you. Come what may, I love you. The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun.
Hey, Terron.
Hi, guys.
You are
Hey, Terron.
Terron.
Wow.
You did a great job with that number, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
And-
I've heard it about 1,000 times, but
Well,
it still
we all have.
touches me. Yeah, yeah.
And
Oh,
it feels
but
like we've
it's
never
a good
heard it
thing.
before.
Wow.
So-
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
And-
kudos.
That was
Really
kind of the goal to make something familiar and fresh at the same time, and hopefully not offend people who love it so much, you know?
Exactly. And
Not
so
when you honor it.
I'm sorry, you're working, you have an album coming out, right? Is that
I have album coming out in September, but this song will be out on Friday with an official video this Friday. But yeah.
Oh,
excellent?
terrific.
And
And people
that's
can
gonna
get
be-
that wherever they get their music.
Yeah, wherever you get your music. The album is called The Soul of Broadway. We took 10 Broadway hits, classics, and kind of rebelliously spun them around and refreshed them. And the first single is Tomorrow from Annie.
Nice.
So yeah, wherever you stream or download your music, it'll be available.
So Terron, you did the Temptations miniseries.
Yeah, I got to play Eddie Kendricks almost 23 years ago. I got the honor to play that on the Emmy Award-winning Temptations. It was my first movie, and it still is an incredible honor to be able to play such an icon, you know.
Absolutely. Of course, anybody that knows me knows that I love that music from that period.
Timeless.
It is timeless.
It is.
And then you've done all kinds of. You've been in all different shows. Give me just a couple of the. I know that Hairspray is on your list, and
yeah, my debut was in Lion King on Broadway, and then I did Hairspray on Broadway, and some other.
You're working. That's good.
We make this a life. We made this a life. Yeah.
So you're brand new to us. We didn't know who you were before, but thank you, Dustin Fitzharris out there. He introduced us, brought you to us, and it's been a pleasure to hear you. I hope that everybody will look for that. Now, we want to put that on the information. We will send that information out. We're going to ask you to send me an information with the link and all of that, and then I'll pop it out to our Piano Bar Live webpage. So that we can,
it's just my name, TerronBrooksOfficial.com. You can get it there, you know.
Excellent. Where are you originally from?
I live in California. I'm in California right now, born and raised. And then when I came to work in New York, which I miss so much, I would just, live there for a while and come back home.
Yeah. One of the other things that I do love that I found out was that you've been nominated for NAACP awards, which is for two of them, right?
Yeah, two of them. For supporting actor in Hairspray and supporting actor in Raisin, the musical. Raisin in the Sun is the play, and they did a musical called Raisin. So, and then you can see behind me, I guess, Sweet Charity.
Yeah, I'll get it.
Sweet Charity, I was nominated for an Ovation Award for 7 minutes of work for Daddy Brubeck. So that was really cool.
Yeah.
I have. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
That's okay. Go ahead, Tony.
I have to ask, where did you do Raisin?
ICT, Long Beach Theater.
Okay.
And it was with Keisha Lewis. She's a Broadway star. She was one of the leads in that show. So it was an amazing experience.
Not everybody knows it, but what a score by Judd Walden. So I was, as you heard in sound check, I was just, Raisin, how fantastic!
They should bring it back, right? They should bring it back.
Yeah,
it makes perfect sense, especially in the current at this moment. You know, I don't want to look. We all know that Broadway will be back, and I hope it's sooner than later. But you know, here in New York, by the way, there's conflicting things going on between our governor and our mayor. You know, one announces July 1st is the day, and then the other, they play this "Can you top this" type of a deal with him. Instead of working together, you know, he's our Governor Cuomo says, you know, May 19th. And it's like I don't think they realize that we just want a date that that is agreed upon, and that they tell us what that is, because I don't know whether they don't get that it takes time to mount and put up especially a Broadway show.
And we don't want to come back and then have to close down again. So as much as we waited and we want to come back, we just want them to give us a reasonable time that we can actually make our plans instead of just trying to give us a number of days.
Exactly right.
The mixed signals are not appreciated. I mentioned it on Facebook today. I want these boys to get together and play nice. And you know, they're both Democrats. We've already had enough mixed messaging from both sides of the aisle. Let's stop that. Let's do what's right for people, and that means direction. We look for the direction from the people above us to get us safely back. So whether it's May 19th, which says we're there already, July 1st, September, or the first of the year, whatever it is, when you're in New York, I hope you'll let us know. I hope you'll come this way.
I hope I'm going to be there maybe in September to debut the record at 54 Below. We're crossing our fingers. Hopefully.
Excellent.
Oh, fingers crossed for that.
Great venue.
Gorgeous venue.
Yeah, please let us know when that's all set. So
thank you guys
so much for joining us, man. Thank you.
Nice to meet you guys.
Very nice to meet you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Bye now.
Have a great rest of the day.
Oh, that's fun, Tony. Isn't it nice to meet new people?
Talent everywhere. It's just amazing.
Now, we're almost at the end of the show. Folks, I'm so sorry for any of the technical difficulties that we had. God love Marissa. You know the story, anybody listen? Marissa worked for me as a waitress at the Iridium, and we couldn't find her it was during the shift. We couldn't find her anywhere. She had locked herself in the walk-in box. So it happens. She's a great singer, great performer, but that's what she's doing. She's made a career of that.
Of locking yourself into the walk-in freezer.
No, never.
You got to have a gimmick. You got to have a gimmick. That's what they say anyway.
Yeah. So listen, Tony, we had an event. There was a birthday party that was done about 2 weeks ago. One of the employees at Ellen Stardust Diner, Morgan Smith, she turned 32. And they did a party for her online. And the party that she did online was so fantastic that it was more than just, it was a production, right? And it's called 32 How Do You Do? There was a video that they did. Firstly, they did several numbers. And you should watch I'm going to throw the link up in a minute. But if you're looking for something fun to watch, even though it seems like it's somebody's birthday and it's personal, the way that they did it there was so much talent packed into it. And it was so well done. But let me let you see this video, and then you'll see exactly what I'm speaking of.
Here we go.
Introducing Derek Adams.
Fools fall in love in a hurry.
Fools give their hearts much too soon.
just play me one bar of stardust.
Just hang out one silly moon. Ooh, ooh.
And they've got their love torches burning. Oh,
When they should be playing it cool.
I used to laugh, but now I understand.
Shake the hand
Of a brand new fool. Now fools fall in love just like schoolgirls.
blinded by rose-colored trees. Yeah. They build their castles on wishes with holy rainbows for peace. But now I understand. Shake the hand of a brand new fool. Shake her hand
Take it away, Morgan.
of a brand new fool.
There you go.
There you go.
Pretty fantastic. But, it's a small world because, of course, that song, there you go. There are your people that Morgan and Derek Adams. Morgan Smith and Derek Adams, if you ever want to do a show, boy, what great chemistry you have. Gary
Yeah,
Taylor on the
absolutely.
piano. And that fantastic editing for that entire show was done by Michael Cole Gray, who we've had on the show before. And Tony and I know him from Jasper and Deadland, which he also did a fantastic job of. So
Absolutely.
support these artists. And I put in the thread where you can see the whole show. Now, if you watch it that way, you can, go through and pick out what you want to see. But trust me, the production numbers are well worth the watch. And they are probably going to still be happy if you want to donate all of the money from that show. So happy birthday, Morgan, firstly. And what a great show it was. And what a great list of organizations that you chose to donate to. So the money was split 3 ways, and they raised over $1,000 in that show. And it went to the NAACP, again, second mention tonight. Also AAPIP, which is Asian, anti-hate group and discussion group, and also Canberra, CAMBRA. So they'll send the donations. And then, of course, we'll take donations as well. And I look forward.
Tips keep us going.
Yeah, I look forward to being in a live space again, like I said, on Sunday with Marissa.
That's going to be great.
If you're available, I'll be there the whole time, and love to see you. So I think we made it to the end, Tony, with just a couple of little things happening along the way, but
we roll with it. That's what we do.
Roll with it.
That's what we all do. Let's be honest. We all roll with it.
Bottom line, folks, is that there's a lot happening because things are coming alive.
Because we're doing the right things.
Yeah.
For those of us doing the right things, that's what's bringing us back. So yay us.
Yay everybody out there. So listen, folks, have a great night. And we will see you next week. Again, Aaron Lee Battle will be bringing some of those folks.
I'm excited for that. Yeah.
Fools Fall in Love was in that show that I saw the other day in
Smokey Joe's.
Yeah. So,
okay. I look forward to those folks.
Have a great night, everyone.
Have a great night, everyone, and see you next week.